Hello there folks, today I would like to talk with you a little bit more about some gear that you can make using objects that you find at home. The idea is to use those objects for purposes different from those for which they were originally created. And this is what I'm going to show you here today regarding this Canteen side bag that I've made. So here's my Canteen and my side bag, and I'll actually tell you where I got the idea and the inspiration to make it. As you can see, as for the material used to make the side bag, I used some heavy canvas, OD green canvas, this nylon fabric. I used this cotton strap, a nylon strap here, waxed thread, and a couple of needles. Hanging right next to my side bag is this aluminum cup or aluminum mug, which I use to boil water, prepare some meals inside. It's always useful to have a metal container where you can boil water, prepare food here if it's necessary. One of the main goals of this side bag is also to be used as a canteen where I keep stored this rubber bag. The idea for this type of a container to be used as a canteen, as a water container, came from the US Army Bladder canteen that I showed previously. Well, as a matter of fact, this rubber bladder here is used to store warm water, so you can apply this to the surface of your skin up on an area where there's some muscle sore that needs this type of treatment. So the original use of this water bladder here is pretty much like for medical purposes. Since I didn't have anything else down here in Brazil available for me to use like that US Army Canteen bladder, I thought that it would be a good idea for me to use this rubber bladder to store water, pretty much like a canteen, since it will primarily hold water. I can actually add 2 liters of water to this bladder here. And it has a very big advantage. It has this type of a mouth here, which is wide enough to help you collect your water. As you can see here, it has the shape of a funnel that actually increases a lot the chances of you collecting more water in case you have some dripping. This will actually allow you to get water more easily than if you had like a bottle with the traditional neck. Another use for this bladder has to do with the original purpose for which it was created. If I am in a cold environment or in the winter, I can actually store some hot water inside this, warm water inside the bladder to help me regulate my body core temperature. I can put it inside my jacket, inside my clothing, or inside my hammock, or in the shelter which I'm using. As for the product itself, you have the expiring validity date here, June 2019, so that gives me quite a good time of using this product here. And like I said before, I'm still testing it. I'm still trying it out to see how it works as a canteen. Now, one clear disadvantage that we can see regarding using this type of product as a canteen is the fact that it is a rubber material and could be easily pierced by pricks and stuff that you find in a bush. But then it is the same type of a disadvantage that the US Army Canteen bladder will have. In my case here, what I do in order to try to prevent this type of problem is simply storing the bladder inside this outer pouch, which is, like I said before, made out of canvas, a resistant material, and it also has this other outer pouch which works as a protective shelter, protective shell for the bladder that goes in between these two parts here. So I will have this outer pouch actually working pretty much as a shield in order to protect the rubber bladder. Other than the rubber bladder, which is the main item of this canteen here, inside the main compartment I bring this this bag, waterproof. I can actually collect water with this bag here. It will help me store more water, or I can use it to store items which I don't want, I want to prevent them from getting wet. As for the outer pouch of my side bag here, I have a piece of plastic which I can use for shelter. I have some food, protein bar, emergency survival food, it's like a ration, emergency survival ration, carbohydrates, gel carbohydrate. Here is a hygiene item. I have some baby wipes here, very good in the bush to be used for hygiene. And a little bit more food, salt, these seasoning cubes, and a little bit of a first aid gear. As you can see here, this is the equipment with the rubber bladder completely full of water. It has all the items that I showed before. And it doesn't pack much volume here. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was Giuliano Toniolo from Brazil, and I'll see you in the boonies.